Heidi ho there, my lovelies. Welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn. Thanks for joining me for another Tales from the Step Stool. Got my step stool right here. Yay, hooray. Not going to sit down today because my back is killing me. But I am just going to lean up against it today. Tales from the Step Stool. This is where we just do a little chit chat. Just a little howdy do. Anyhow, it's been a super difficult week, I'll be honest. I have been a day late, but not a dollar short, thank goodness, all week long. I thought Monday was Tuesday, and I've been off all week. We've made it to Thursday. The week's almost over, and I am ready for the weekend. Absolutely. Want to share a little friend mail with you first. First, what I'd like to do is just thank you. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, sharing and comments and your likes and what have you. I never thought anybody would watch my channel. You know, I'm just a regular girl doing the best that she can. And I'm always amazed. Yeah, people watch my channel. That's awesome. I am almost at 500 subscribers thanks to you. I am 19 short right now. And if you have an opportunity to share me with a friend or two, that would be completely awesome. I got friend mail. I was just blown away. I never expected anybody would watch, let alone send me some friend mail. So my friend, viewer, subscriber, lovely Jackie, she sent me an email to crazybutnotdangerous@gmail.com, and I hadn't been checking it because all I have ever gotten over there was Viagra ads, AARP, and chain letters. So AARP, they want me bad. They're in the mail every day. They're in my email. Yeah, I'm not giving in yet. Not ready for AARP. So, yeah, Jackie wanted my address so she could send me some friend mail. Let me tell you that your friendship is more than enough. I like people just because, you know, I like them. I don't need to receive gifts. Don't feel obligated. Don't feel like you need to send me something. Let me tell you, this house is busting at the seams with stuff. You know, I'm cheap, but we're not in trouble. We're doing all right. But Jackie sent me the most exquisite gift. I just love it and wanted to show it to you and brag on my friend Jackie. Jackie did not ask for a shout out, but she really deserves one because this is just lovely. Anyhow, she sent me this hydration bag. And it is super cute. It's got really great colors. It's got a really pretty hibiscus flower pattern. It's got this great zipper. I think this is my favorite part. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a rainbow. And it's a really great zipper, and it glides along really nicely. It's got a pocket. That's where I'm going to keep my credit and debit cards. It's got another little pocket up here for my keys and my chapstick. And then it holds a really big bottle of water. And this is lined on the inside. It's beautifully crafted. It's made of a sturdy canvas. The finishes on it are just fantastic. Jackie is very skilled. Also really like this adjustable strap because, you know, then I don't have to struggle. Yeah, just goes right over top. And then you just get it all situated. And there you go. Really cute. Just reach down, grab your water, get a little sip, keep going. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I am a pretty avid bird watcher, and this is going to be great when I'm out in the desert. Keep me hydrated, keep me alive. Yay, hooray. Jackie has an Etsy store. I'm going to link it down below in the description. Jackie does the hydration bags, things for your pets, leather work, purses, all kinds of things. She is really skilled. So if you have a chance, go take a look over at Jackie's Etsy. Thank you, Jackie, for the lovely gift. Not necessary, but completely appreciated. It really made my heart just leap a little bit. Anyhow, lovely friend mail. Thank you so much. And yeah, she's got all kinds of things. Lots of products. Anyhow, let's go ahead and answer some questions. One of the questions that I got asked this week is my kitchen retrofitted for my height? No, This is a very old house, and back when they built these mid-century houses, the counters were not as tall as they are now. I go to my friend's house, and her counter just about cuts me right at the neck, and it feels really awkward to chomp on it. But you get by. You got a step stool. I'm still in business. Hot diggity. So I'm very fortunate that these counters are lower. I've lost a couple of inches due to degenerative disc disease in the last few years. If I get any shorter and I can't get up and down on the step stool, our plan is to put in a lower kitchen island, because that would be the most cost-effective solution. Also would be great for YouTube, so that might be something that we do anyhow. We're looking into it. But it would be cheaper to put in a nice low island for me than to retrofit this kitchen, because I am very fortunate to have a lot of kitchen cabinets, and they are a great solid wood cabinet, not a veneer. And my estimate would be $60,000 to $70,000 to replace all of the cabinets with another solid wood product. Cabinets are very expensive. So make and do in the mid-century modern kitchen that I have now. Yeah, I would love to have nicer countertops, some granite or some quartz or something like that. But there's not even a scratch on these countertops. And my cabinets, in good shape. They need a little touch-up paint because, scratches and stuff like that once in a while. I'll get there. I just hate to paint and put it off as long as possible. But get pretty satisfied with my kitchen. Hopeful about the island. That might be something that we do in the near future. Hopefully as my YouTube channel grows. I've been thinking a lot about my YouTube channel as I'm coming up on 500 subscribers, and I've made a couple of, decisions. For example, a membership program. I've decided not to do a membership program because I have FOMO, fear of missing out, and I love to watch some YouTubers, and they have a membership program, and there's exclusive content for their members, and that's great, and they're making money on it. But, I won't spend money on cable television. I, can't really spend money on a membership program, but I feel like I'm missing out sometimes. I don't want any of my lovelies to feel like we're missing out. This is a budget channel. Y'all on a budget, Who wants to budget $5 for, a membership? My content should be available to everybody. I feel that way. So, no membership program. Just all the content that you could possibly want that I can do. Yay, hooray, I'm okay with that. I'll figure out some other way to make $1 or $2. This is what I want to do with, the rest of my life. I really like doing this. This is very fulfilling. It is so satisfying to make YouTube videos. If you have ever considered it, if you've ever thought, I could do that, but something's holding you back, baby, just go for it. Just do it in the middle of the night. You don't have to tell your friends. You don't have to tell your family. They can find out about it when you go viral. Yes. Okay. So I'll tell you a little story. I have worked in hospitality for most of my life. And I was working night audit. And the reason that I work night audit is that you have stable hours. You are guaranteed pretty much your 40 hours when you work night audit, because nobody wants to work that shift. And I live in a state where we have a peak season, that's winter, and then off-peak season. So sometimes in the off-peak season, your hours get cut, and then you're scrambling to get a side gig, supplement your hours, you're begging your boss, you're taking people call out, you're taking every shift possible, and it's just a wreck. You get used to it, but it's just a wreck. But if you work night audit, you are guaranteed hours. So I was working night audit, and I worked at a very nice hotel, about 200 rooms, mid-price, family-friendly, super fun, nice hotel, big lobby and comfortable seating and free dinner and free breakfast kind of a situation. Very nice, very family oriented, and also business travelers. So we had a nice business center with computers and printers and pens and papers and, office supplies, that kind of thing. So if you're traveling, you can just get some business done in our little office. It's open, open to everybody. There was this guy, and he would kind of lurk around outside the hotel at night, and then he would come in behind, somebody with a guest key card. He'd wait for me to be like in the bathroom or the back office or something like that. He would come in behind someone, and he would make a beeline for the business center. Yeah. And then he would access a computer. He would bypass all of the parental controls and access adult entertainment websites. Yeah. And he would play some videos, that's not appropriate to play out in public. You don't want to go to the business center and sit next to him, watching some porn. It was bad. Anyhow, so I had to run him off multiple times. One night he comes in, I don't see him, but I come out and then I can hear the video playing from the business center and all the moans and groans and terrible things. I go over to the business center, rush over there. Anyhow, his name was Bob. I said, Bob, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be accessing adult entertainment websites on the business center computer. And he's over there, and he's yanking out all the cords to the CPU. Bob, what are you doing? Anyhow, he kind of brushes by me real quick. He's got the CPU in his hands, the big computer tower thing. And he brushes by me, and he's making a beeline for the door. I start chasing after Bob because I hate theft. Also, if there's a theft, then I have to fill out an incident report. I have to fill out a police report. I've got to do all this paper. When you work night audit, you're just waiting for your manager to come in so you can give them the nightly report and then get the heck out of there. Because, you want to get on with the rest of your day. You don't want to be there till noon filling out paperwork. Bob's stealing the computer, so I'm chasing after him. Now we're out in the parking lot, and he's running around laughing maniacally. And I can't catch him. You can't catch me. You can't catch... And, I am just... It's late at night. I've had it. I'm mad at Bob. So I take my shoe off. And I swirl it around my head and let it go. Crocodile Dundee style. Yeah, it hits Bob in the head. Don't worry. It was just a black flat. It wasn't like I hit him with a pair of boots or anything. Anyhow, hit Bob in the head, and it stuns him a little bit, and he drops the computer. Like, hot diggity, I'm going to get my computer back. No, Bob reaches down, grabs my shoe, and then makes a beeline for the road and the hills. He's hitting the high road. Yeah, he took my shoe. Anyhow, I go limping over there, one shoe on, one shoe off, grab my CPU. It's got a little dent in the side. Take it back in, put it in the business center, plug it all in, wipe it all off, clean it up. Good morning, Pigpen. Wipe it all off. It's got a little dent, plug it back in. It works. Hot diggity, Anyhow, yeah, it works. But I still only have one shoe. I get through the rest of my shift. I'm trying to stay behind the desk as much as possible, so people don't see that I don't have shoes. Because this happened like after midnight. I'm not calling home after midnight for Andrew to bring me a pair of shoes. He already thinks I'm nuts. He might not be wrong. Anyhow, yeah. So just get through the rest of my shift. About 8 o'clock in the morning, here comes my manager. And he looks at me up and down, kind of tilts his head a little bit, and he's like, do you want to tell me about this? Where is your shoe? Well, let me tell you first that, Bob, Porno Bob, that's what we called him, Porno Bob. Not nice, but accurate. Anyhow, he was here last night. He tried to steal the computer from the business center. He took all the wires out of the CPU, and, we're just going to say I got it back. Has a little dent in it over here, but it still works. It's like, it still works? I'm like, yep, it still works. It's like, do you want to tell me what happened to your shoe? I said, no, not really. It's, it's okay. What are you going to do about that shoe? Oh, I have another pair at home. I'm not terribly worried about it. It's the cost of doing business today. He just looks at me, shakes his head. Are you all right? Yes, I'm fine, and the computer's fine, and, Porno Bob, he's okay. I just winged him a little bit. Anyhow, yeah, Porno Bob. I don't know where he is now. Hope he got his own computer. If you're out there, hello, Bob, good luck to you. You can't call 911 too many times when you work night audit. You have to handle things yourself, because if you call 911 for every weird thing that happens, you're going to call them every night. And eventually, their response time gets longer and longer and longer. And then when you have a real problem, you're waiting a long time for them to show up, and that is not good. So you just kind of have to handle things. Bob wasn't exposing himself. He was just, accessing adult entertainment websites in a completely inappropriate place. Handled it. Yeah, it cost me a shoe, but it was all right. That's my little story for today. What else? One of the questions, how Andrew and I met. We met through a personal ad in the newspaper. I answered his ad. It was the most pitiful one in the newspaper. And we made arrangements to meet at his apartment, which this was the very early 90s. It was a kinder, gentler time back then. I wouldn't recommend that. Don't go to strangers' places to meet them. That's not good. Anyhow, I went to his apartment to meet him, and he was so shy and so nervous, and he had on these short running shorts and a graphic tee, and he had on these long knee socks with the 3 colors at the top. He wasn't ready to go on a date. He didn't really think I would show up. He didn't get ready. Anyhow, surprise, here I am. Knock, knock, knock. And he lets me in. He offers me grape Kool-Aid. That was our beverage for the night. He never offered me anything to eat. We had no dinner and no date, and just survived on grape Kool-Aid. We talked for hours and hours and hours, and I actually, late into the night, it was all completely innocent, but I knew, as soon as I saw those tri-colored socks, that's the one for me. And it, he just melts my heart. I just adore him, really and truly. And it's funny because he was in a previous video this week where, hi guys, still alive, and it's a running joke because he doesn't go out front very often. He spends time in the backyard, but, he doesn't spend a lot of time in the front yard. So we have this neighbor down the way who's like, Mr. Kravitz, Gladys's husband. Yeah, but he's the nosy one, not the wife. Anyhow, he thinks that I've killed Andrew all the time. All the time. And I've been digging a hole for some plants that I want to plant this fall, and it takes me a very long time to dig a hole. Our ground is very hard, so I dig a little bit, and you got to water it, then you got to pickaxe it, then you got to water it and dig. And I do my digging at night because it is hotter than blue blazes here. So I'm digging my hole, and it's about 11 o'clock at night, and Mr. Kravitz comes running over. Shorty Vaughn, is that you? Yeah. Hi, Mr. Kravitz. It's just me. What are you doing? Digging a hole. It's awfully big. Yeah. I got a big plant that I got to put in it, and then, you've got to amend the soil. It's Arizona. Soil is terrible. Are you sure that's for a plant? Yeah, Mr. Kravitz. What do you think I'm going to do? Bury my husband out in the front yard? Well, the thought had occurred to me. I said, oh, Mr. Kravitz, don't worry about it, because I would never bury Andrew out in the front yard. First of all, I'd have to drag him from the front door all the way around to the front yard, And then you all would be witnesses to my crime. That wouldn't make any sense at all. If I'm going to bury Andrew, I'm going to do it out in the backyard. He just looked at me, shook his head, and kept on going. But yeah, I met Andrew through a personal ad in the newspaper. Still love him. Yeah, absolutely. And I have no plans to bury him in the front yard or the backyard. Gonna keep him. Squeeze him every day. Anyhow, what else? Oh, my necklace. Yeah, it doesn't have any special meaning. I just like jewelry. I like big clunky jewelry that makes a statement. It gives me a little bit of courage. And even if I look like a bum, I've got some jewelry on, got some earrings on, give my hair a little fluff up, and off you go. Ready for the day. Even if I look terrible, still mostly look like I'm put together. It's a secret. It's a trade secret. Anyhow, my aprons. I do not sew them. I have lots of them. I usually buy them at Goodwill. Sometimes I get one on Amazon once in a while, and I love them. I will wear them from early in the morning until pretty much the time that I go to bed because I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess. I spill all over myself. And, most people, when they stand at the counter, they're going to stand, about at the waist. I'm a little bit shorter than at the waist. So everything that I cook and do, if I have any spills, right across the chest here, and it looks terrible. So I try to wear my apron as much as possible. Otherwise, I would have no clean clothes to wear. There you go. What else? Have I lived anywhere else besides Arizona? We used to live in Oklahoma briefly when I was a kid. Lived in this little teeny tiny town called Hugo, Oklahoma. I don't know what the population was, but I'm pretty sure that there were more cows than people. It had a Safeway, a TG&Y, a yarn barn, about 15 churches, and one bar. And Hugo, Oklahoma is about 40 miles north of Paris, Texas. So right there on the border. If you wanted something that they didn't have at the TG&Y or Safeway, then you had to go down to Paris to get it, to the big city. And spent most of my time in small town America. Now we live in Glendale, Arizona, and I like it. It's cable TV, pizza delivery, all the amenities that a person would need. So like it. In the event that Arizona runs out of water, we do have a small property in Missouri, and that is where we are going to move to in the event of a water crisis in Arizona. Haven't got there yet. Hope we never do. Tweet, tweet. Hello, Pigpen. Oh, he's looking for yums. So I think I answered all the questions. Oh, am I the shortest person in my family? Yes, I am. Most of my family is over 5 foot tall. My mom was 5'2". My dad was about 5'9". I'm 4'5". Just got lucky that way. But I don't mind. You get used to it. One of the most interesting things about being 4'5", one of the most common things that people say to me is, when I get to know you, you don't seem so short. And I think that's just an interesting thing. When I get to know you, you don't seem so different. But we're all different. We all have all kinds of things going on. So, I'm short. Mine's readily apparent what's different about me. And the kids are great. They say the most amazing things. They crack me up. Do you know Tinkerbell? Do you know the elves at the North Pole? Can you put in a good word for me with Santa Claus? Have you ever met the troll under the bridge? Yes, I have met the troll under the bridge. And I will take care of the trolls. Which leads me to my last thing. As my channel grows, people may say unkind things. And that says more about them than it does anything that I have going on. Most of the time, they are perpetuating a cycle of learned behavior. Someone has said something terrible to them. They think that that's okay. That it's okay to say terrible things to other people. And I'm so sorry for them. I'm so sorry that somebody hurt them and said terrible things to them. They deserve our pity and, best wishes. I just throw it out there to the universe, please let this person find some happiness, joy, and peace because they are obviously missing it. Bless them. Yeah, don't worry about the trolls. In YouTube land, a negative response, a bad comment, a thumbs down counts just as much as a good comment and a thumbs up. YouTube does not care about the criticisms. So don't worry about it. They do not diminish me in the slightest because, yeah, I'm okay. We're cooking with gas, baby. We're almost up to 500 subscribers thanks to all of you lovelies. Thank you so much for watching. I could never express how grateful I am for all of your support and your love that you give me every single day. And I hope that I'm giving it right back to you, baby. Here's a big old squeezy for you. All right, I've got to go feed this little dog because he's getting all twitchy. Be good, be careful, look both ways. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Crazy But Not Dangerous. Bye!